What's up, y'all? My name is Johnny. I'm one of the members of ABBA's House of Freedom. Just wanted to share a little bit about me. There's power in the testimony. So, I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. We struggled to make ends meet. Dad worked all the time, and mom had her hands full with us kids. So I was considered the big brother. I got a younger sister, Misty, just 2 years younger than me, and a brother, Jason, a year younger than her, and a younger brother, Jesse, younger than him. And sometimes we had our sister Shannon that lived with us. Now in the 80s there was this thing called huffing, like inhaling toxic fumes to get high, and all the kids were doing it in the 70s and the 80s, and like sniffing paint or inhaling Freon or liquid paper, things like that, And now with being the big brother, you got your siblings looking up to you. You got your brothers and sisters looking up to you, and they're watching you, and they're wanting to do what you're doing. And my younger sister Misty, she wanted to hang out with Big Brother. She was like my tag along. She was my shadow, And once we got into high school, we had the same friends. And she's watching and wanting to do the same things that I'm doing. She's seeing me sneaking out at night and getting high, sniffing these chemicals. And in April 22nd, 1987, Misty skipped school with one of her friends. And at her friend's house, the friend's dad had a cutting torch set up in the garage. And Misty took some of that acetylene gas from the bottle and inhaled it. She inhaled it, and it exploded her heart. It killed her. She's only 14 years old. Now I'm 16 years old, and I'm thinking I taught her that. I killed her. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking as I'm a kid. So I ran away. I ran from everything. I was angry. Guilt and shame. I buried myself in alcohol and pills and anger. I hid behind anger, and I ran. Every relationship I had failed. I stayed in regret, and I just hid. I hid behind anger. I became a father, 3 beautiful and wonderful children, and I failed as a father. Relationship after relationship failed. Marriage after marriage failed. Jobs failed. Hiding behind anger. I joined a 1%er motorcycle club. Anger. Just anger and shame. Mean to people. I did bad things to people. The more I would try to do good, I hit a wall and back down in my pit. Back down in my pit of shame. Failed. Failure after failure. In 2023, I'm on this job up in Colorado. I'm in a hotel, Just drinking myself to death. Day in and day out. Reliving my shame and my regret. April 22nd, 2023. I'm in this hotel room and I'm pretty drunk. I'd been drinking all month. I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to live. April 22nd, the anniversary of my little sister Misty's death. Jesus comes to me. Jesus comes to me in that hotel room. And he says, Johnny, I have a better plan. I have a better plan for you. And I was completely sober. Just like that. Jesus came and saved me. Just 3 years ago, Jesus pulled me out of the pit that I was in because I took his hand. I responded to his call. And day by day after that, day by day, Jesus replaced the shame and guilt. And he taught me and he walked with me. It wasn't overnight. It's a daily process. Jesus held me up. And Jesus began to restore the relationships in my life. Restoring the relationships with my children. I'm no longer angry. I'm no longer a prisoner of my past. You don't have to be a prisoner anymore. You don't have to relive your mistakes over and over. Jesus is reaching his hand out to you. Jesus says in Matthew 11:28, come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Rest for your soul. It's an invitation from Jesus offering spiritual and emotional relief to us who are exhausted by life's hardships. Relief from our past trauma. Relief from our past mistakes. Relief from whatever is holding you in prison. Jesus promises rest, soul rest, inner peace. Not just physical relaxation, but exchanging heavy life's burdens for a lighter yoke, like a light yoke of trusting Jesus. We can't do life on our own. If you knew me before, you know I'm completely changed, because I am not the same creation I was before. Completely changed. If you knew me back then. And it's all Jesus. Jesus changed my life. And Jesus is healing my family today. He's continually, little by little, restoring the relationships with my children, restoring my family. And Jesus is reaching out to you. Take his hand and follow him. Thank y'all for listening to a little bit of my story. Jesus is right there with you, and he wants to change you too. I love y'all.